We have already shown how to build a complete data pipeline using the predefined existing gems within Prophecy. But what happens when you want to add your own custom code? Well, that's easy. You can actually go ahead and define new gems using the new Prophecy Gem Builder. That will allow you to not only use the custom code by yourself, but also share it within your team and organization to ensure that they are using the same high quality standardized Spark. What you're seeing here is the gem list. The gem list contains not only the components pre-built within Prophecy that you can just go ahead and edit, but also it contains all the new gems that you can add by yourself. Let's add a completely new data quality component. That immediately takes us to the gem builder screen that allows us to specify the code for our gem, preview it, and test it. Think about gems as templates that contains values that the user will be able to fill out and then can run directly on your Spark cluster. Those gems are composed of three key sections: the properties, which contains the values that the user fills out within the template, the dialog, which is essentially the UI specification for the template, and the code, which will run on the Spark cluster. You can go ahead and preview that component, see how it looks like, modify the properties, and then save it to preview the generated code. Now let's actually modify this template to support our data quality needs. For that, we'll use the AWS's DQ library. Let's first modify our properties so that they contain a list of constraints that we'll be checking, like has size, checking the number of expected rows, or is complete, that will check whether our columns contain any non-null values. Let's also modify our dialog so that our template will show a table of all the constraints, and let's modify the code for it. That will take all the properties as constraints, pass them to our check, and run them using the verification suite. Later, the results will be passed as a data frame. Let's check how it looks like. Great, now we see our template component where we can add more constraints of different type. We can modify them, add multiple same constraints on different columns, and of course check how the code looks like, where we are taking our input data frame and applying our verification suite with the defined checks. Now that we have built our component, we can actually go ahead and start already using it anywhere within our workflows. Now, going back to the workflow, we have the My Gems section visible right here, where I can just click on the data quality gem that we have just built and already start connecting it. You can open it up, fill the properties, and start running it directly within my workflows. That will allow you to very easily add custom code that will be still highly standardized across your whole team and very easy to use.